So we have another rainy day here in California. Doesn't happen much, but it is here. And I also have a flat tire on the Elise, so we are going to film this car inside of the garage. So the Lotus Elise is one of those cars that people think is expensive. If people don't know what it is, they think that you have money. But if you wanted one of these, you can buy one for the same price as ND Mazda Miata. But this is one of those cars people say do not meet your heroes. It has been like that for me for a while. I never bought it because I wanted to experience other cars before I bought this one. That's why I bought the Alfa Romeo 4C, because I knew if I buy the Elise, I might not buy the 4C. I kind of avoided it for a while, and I said at the end, if I had everything, then I'll buy the Elise. However, I realized I'm getting older and I needed to check it off my bucket list. The problem is, I bought the Alfa Romeo 4C last year. And then this year, at the beginning of the year, I bought the house. And now about 7 months later after buying the house, I bought the car. So you might ask, where do I get all that money, or how was I able to get this car without going broke? Obviously, most of you know it's financed. The way I financed the Elise is a little bit interesting. So let's take a closer look. I bought this Elise from a company called Wirewheel, and it's in Florida. And that dealership is very, very small. They do not offer their own financing. But on the website, they do have few credit companies they work with. They recommended that I contact Woodside Credit. And Woodside Credit is more like a credit card company. I heard some good things about them and some bad things about them. It was a very easy process working with Woodside Credit. So I have to give credit when credit is due, because sometimes dealing with financing companies, it can be a nightmare. But Woodside Credit, they were on point. They did what they were supposed to do. So I have no complaints there. This car, it was $42,000. I put $10,000 down. The taxes for the car was around $4,000. And then I paid another $1,400 for loan fee, like originating fee, all that fee associated with buying the car. So by the time everything was done, I owed $38,000 on this car. And that's $38,000 at almost 10%. I think my loan was 9.8%, but they lowered it a little bit to 9.5% because I opted for automatic withdrawal. But in order to make the payments affordable with such an interest rate, they stretched out the loan. The loan for this car is for 10 years. If I keep 9.5% for 10 years, I'm going to end up paying over $15,000 in interest by the time I finish paying off this car. Stretching it out for 10 years made the payment a lot cheaper. So my payment for the car is around $570 a month. Because the loan is stretched out for so long, most of my payment goes to interest. I pay $570. I think $350 of that goes into interest. And only about $250 will go to principal. That's why it can take 10 years to pay it off. So the terms of the loan are not favorable, but we are in that inflationary period in our economy where even a normal interest rate is still close to 7%. So why did I accept such a terrible loan? For one, I did not care about the terms of the loan. I had a plan in place on how to deal with the debt. So they could have given me 15%. I could have been okay with it. So now the question is, why was my loan so expensive? Although I had a very good credit score, I had over 800, they still looked into my past and saw that I had a history of buying the car and then paying them off before the term of the loan is over. Like the Alfa Romeo 4C, I had a loan for I think 6 years, and I was lucky to pay it off in 1 year. Since they saw that history, they knew there was a possibility that I would buy this car and also pay it off within a short amount of time. And because of that, the loan is not worth that much to them. Instead of getting a loan of maybe 7.5% that I qualified for, they added another 2% on top. And that's me being penalized because of my prior history of getting rid of the loan way before the maturation of the loan. I had the 240Z for about 5 years, and I think it might be time to go. So I'll take those funds and put it here. But before I sell it, I have to get the other half of the money. And the plan is to use my credit card. I know this is controversial. I know some people would definitely say that's a dumb idea. Considering I'm paying 9.5%, and I get to get a loan of $15,000 at 4% for a whole year, and it's one-time fee. So that comes up to $600 to do the balance transfer. And that will lower my loan from $38,000 to about $23,000. So if I sell the 240Z and I do that balance transfer, the car will be paid off within 6 months. So that's how I financed my Lotus Elise. The prices are holding. They are not depreciating anymore. They are popular cars. And they have gone to that point where the depreciation curve and then the demand curve, they have met around $40,000. As long as the demand holds for these cars, then the price will hold. So you can buy an Elise, drive it for, I don't know, 3-4 years, and still sell it for the same price you bought it for. They are very popular, so I see the demand to continue to hold, and I think the price will also hold around $35,000 to $50,000 on the Elise. My goal is to enjoy the car, get the experience, and then exit without losing too much money. And that's why I share these videos, to share the journey. You know, I like the cars, but I also like to share the journey. So thank you guys for watching. I'll catch you guys on the next one.